welcome back to the Information Week News Desk, coming to you live from Interop ITX in Las Vegas. I'm Sarah Peters. Guess what? We've got another Information IT Excellence Awards winner over here. Our next guest is Kamal Natarajan, Divisional CIO and Vice President for Allstate Roadside Services Technology. Kamal, thank you for being here.
Pleasure to be here. Thank you, Sarah.
All right, so can you talk about the Good Hands Rescue Network and what that offers? Very interested.
Absolutely, but maybe it's better I take a step back and talk about the evolution a little.
Sure.
So Allstate, as a company, as an insurance company, for those who of you that don't know, has been selling insurance, mainly home, auto, and life insurance for over 80 years. So it's helped define and refine the insurance industry for a while. Allstate Roadside Services, which is the technology division I'm a part of, has been rescuing people that have their cars break down in the middle of the road for over 50 years. So again, including you, I'm sure, and myself. So both these companies, Roadside Services has been helping shape the roadside services industry for many decades as well. Allstate has been a customer-obsessed company, and there's a lot to talk about that because it's so that passion for customer experience forced us to think very differently when it came to the roadside service business. And having heard that you've been on the side of the road waiting for help, I'm sure you'll agree with me when I say one of the most important aspects or one of the most important emotion going through your mind is that of anxiety, waiting for someone that you don't know who it's going to be, whether it's going to be safe, how long it's going to be, and so on when you're broken down.
Yeah, sure.
So anxiety is the biggest aspect, and when typical roadside experiences are at least an hour long, because it takes that long for anyone to get rescued, because there's a lot of operations involved in making that rescue happen. So Good Hands, which is the Allstate promise, you're in good hands, and the Good Hands Rescue Network is Allstate's way of Uber-izing the roadside industry. So what we've done, and I don't know if you recall, but last year at this time we won the Information Week Award for the Good Hands Rescue app, which was our pay-per-use, on-demand way of helping those millennials that don't think of membership like we have.
Yeah.
To allow for them to ask for help quickly without having to call anybody, using an app, an innovative app that within a couple of clicks gets you the help you need with the status of the rescue. It's just like ordering pizza and knowing how long it'll take for the delivery to happen. We delivered that last year. This year we took it a lot further and basically reduced the time it takes to rescue people that don't necessarily need a tow truck. Think about requiring gas, because some folks don't think of gas all the time and they have their car stopped because of that. Think about jumping a battery that's dead. Think about popping a lock, when you're locked out of a car. Think about replacing tires. These typically don't require a tow truck.
Sure.
Those are the services, because of Allstate Roadside Services' legacy of being one of the best training companies there is in this industry. We are training people like you and I that have the passion of helping people, giving them a super app that we'll talk about, to be that rescuer like an Uber driver that now knows how to rescue people that have car problems and sending them on their way. And what we've done, we've rolled that program out to over 90 markets, and that has allowed us to reduce the time for rescue by more than 50%. So it's possible for us to get to any breakdown location that requires any of these soft services in less than 30 minutes.
Wow.
So how we did that is where the magic is. Again, it started with this obsession over customer satisfaction and customer delight, and saying it's unacceptable for us to have customers waiting for over an hour. So we've reduced it to a half hour, and we're going to continue rolling that program out that allows us to reduce, essentially minimize the customer anxiety. I won't say eliminated it completely. So that's the program that essentially has allowed us to Uberize roadside this year, which complements our vision that we started on last year of giving customers an easy way to ask for help. Now we've delivered an easy way to actually help those that ask for help. That's the Good Hands Rescue Network.
So then how did you do it? It uses a new software development methodology.
Absolutely.
So tell me about that.
Absolutely. So again, in the business for many decades, it's tough to embrace change, but the customer obsession we have forces us to drive change. we don't want to be the ones that are adopting to change. We want to be the ones driving change in the industry. So one of the first things we did is we have a large transformation initiative taking place in the company that starts with the customer and ends with the customer. So we are challenging everything we do, including software and digital development, starting from thought to deployment.
Okay.
We've embraced extreme programming as an agile methodology. We've embraced Scrum as an agile methodology and so on. So think of it as eliminating the layers that traditional software development shops used to have between the demand or the customer asking for something and software delivering to that promise. We've eliminated the layers in between, and we've had smart people who are passionate about delivering software get in front of demand, and we've given them the tools and technology required for them to crank on development fast. So it's basically, think of it as pair programming, where a couple of smart engineers sit right on the same table, look at code, build code at the same time, review code at the same time, promote code to production fairly quickly, and most importantly, sense customer interactions on the software they just promoted, and if it's not as optimal as they would like it to be, release code again the same day. It was impossible a couple of years ago at Allstate. I would argue at any company the size of Allstate. We made that possible through the transformation we've gone through, and it's all because we've embraced agility, not just in thought, but in practice, because we've embraced platforms as service for software programming. It's open source. It's basically giving engineers the ability and the flexibility to work with software they think would help them deliver on their promise. We've made engineers act as product owners, thinking customer first, so they are evangelizing over the use of the software they build. So there's no one telling them what the customer needs, but them getting in front of it and so on. So it's a very different concept in large companies like ours. I'm sure people are going through it, but the pace at which we've adopted that change and driving, we are still in the middle of that, but we are building a lot of the software we delivered last year was the same thing, or was built on the same platform, and the whole transformation initiative. Godan's Rescue Network is done using kind of a lot of the evolved thoughts that we are investing in and so on. So we've started innovation labs in towns like Chicago. We have one in Ireland, we have one in Charlotte, we have one in India, where we are building software consistently across the globe, all catering on the customer.
Well, it's all really exciting stuff. So I'm very glad that you came here to tell us all about it, and I hope that I never need your Allstate Roadside Assistance again, but I'm glad that it's there. So Kamal, thank you for being here.
Glad to be here.
And congratulations again.
Thank you.
Kamal Natarajan from Allstate, and we will be right back with more from the Information Week News Desk, so don't go away. More after this.